All right. Um, Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone, especially CMC members. Center for Message Ghana. Bring this warm greetings and happy new year to all of you across the country, and also to all our friends who are in the diaspora. I bring you this warm greetings and wish you a prosperous new year, 2025. Yes, so thank you.
Okay, the CEO and founder of CMC. As we are all celebrating the new year, we what advice do you have for members of CMC Ghana and the youth at large in terms of one, social ethics and welfare, two, health and relationship, then three, financial management during this new year celebration and the fetes?
Okay. Yes, I think I have some things that about 9 points that I have pointed out to CMC members and Ghanaian youth who is interested in changing the narrative of his own life, his environment, and his society at large. So I term those as the required attitude needed, or the attitude required for wealth creation. You understand that CMC, when you go through our executive summary, we actually want to reshape minds, transform minds, mindsets that are anti-developmental. So first, our focus is improving the economic life of, or the financial life of our followers. Our target is the youth, Ghanaian youth. So uh, I'm saying that there are some attitudes that are required for wealth creation. And that's why I'm much particular about wealth, because that's our focus for this year. And so first of all, I am giving you the message. This message is going to our followers, that going into this 2025, you should develop the mindset for financial education. Financial education. So um, there is a need for you to get an education on finance. Our system is discouraging, and it doesn't even teach you about how to handle your personal finance. So budgeting, how to even generate money, how to let it multiply. It is all coming from financial education. Your knowledge base is going to determine the amount that is going to be in your accounts. So it is about money, and you should have education on it. Second thing I want us to also look at, that attitude in 2025, is that the mindset of networking. The era of solo running is over. Now it is a time for teamwork. It is a popular saying that your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth. So if you are poor now, it means that your circle of influence, it is not helping you financially. So you have to get a team that is going to give you the information, because information rule this world. Information is a current; it flows. Some people are there; by the time they even get something that is happening in their life that could have transformed them quickly, it is already dead. Most of the youth today, we feed on dead information, and that's why we don't get transformation. So it's your circle that is going to influence all those things. So your network, you have to look at that. Put a lot of thinking into the kind of people that should be around you. It is Abraham Lincoln who said that your life will not transform, your life cannot change in 5 years, except one, the company you keep, and then the books you read. The company you keep and the books you read. So your company, that's your network. They are going to determine whether your life will change in 5 years. What we do in 31st Watch Night is just an illusion. You will forget it. We have done that in 2024. We did that in 2023. We did that in 2022, but it didn't help us. It is attitudinal change that can actually transform our life. So now the third one I want us to look at very seriously is yes. So the third point is we should have that mindset that seeks knowledge. Our knowledge is what is going to actually determine how far we are going to go in life. I already mentioned what can transform you with the position of Abraham Lincoln. When Abraham Lincoln was asked, he said that there are two things: the books you read and then the company you keep. In 5 years' time, that's what is going to actually determine or influence your life. So knowledge is such that you have to quick consistently pursue it. It is time for us to read books, to rub mind with great men, to stand on the shoulders of men who have made it. And it is time to seek knowledge, just not only book, but even attending seminars. I think that over the 2024, we have organized virtual programs and some in-person programs. It is a knowledge place, a platform that we have created to reshape minds, to inspire and to give hints that can transform your life. It is the Socrates, Albert Einstein, who said that he who have the privilege to know also have the duty to act. So this is where knowledge is very important. You don't just take information. The information will propel you to act. And this time around, you are going to act with a very high confidence, because to me, I believe that there are no lazy people in this planet. There are no lazy people. What is making people to be like the way we think they are lazy is because of knowledge. They don't have the knowledge. They are frustrated with the old information that they have practiced and it didn't work. And so they don't know what to do. But pursuing knowledge, you cannot actually be static when you have knowledge. This wealth, I said it some time ago that knowledge is the new currency. What you know is what you will be able to achieve. It is Olumide Emmanuel that said that if you are not updated, you will be outdated. You don't need to keep old information. Old knowledge doesn't work. This in the 21st digital era. You need to seek knowledge and update yourself. So 2025, I urge the youth, our followers, to actually embrace knowledge, pursue it, and seek it. The fourth one I want us to also consider is we should develop the mindset for self-esteem as Africans. Your African dignity is what is going to actually influence how you are going to carry yourself, your self-image. As an African youth, you should know your history, your roots, how you came from, how you came by, and you are in Africa. You have to read and go beyond slavery. In fact, there is a reservoir of knowledge about the African race that predicted slavery about 5,000 years ago. And you could see that Africa is not what we see and what we think it is. We have there's an information that has been churned out by our from the West that seems to say that we are inferior. Information that the West kept is that we are inferior, we are weak, we are incapable of doing our own affairs, and we cannot do anything at all. Somebody asked me some time ago that, Moses, why is it that the African youth or the African lacks confidence? And I said that, we lack the confidence from the day we accepted that our race is weak. The day we said that when our ancestors, though they were forced to accept their practices and their culture, but the day we, as this generation, accepted that yes, we are sinners. What we were doing, the culture we were practicing was sinners, and we accepted that the God have chosen a particular race, and that race is the one that can save the whole world. That the day we accepted that lie, that is where we became weak people. And when you become weak, the next thing is for them to manipulate you. You have to always listen to what the person who you regard as a person of good and a chosen one, to always tell you what and how you should live your life. And so our ancestors, they were forced to accept, but we voluntarily raise our hands and receive their message. We don't have our own genuine culture. Our beliefs, we have thrown them away. A way of doing things, that's what I said, the culture. We don't know where it is, because the white man or the West came and said that, what we were doing was wrong. And our ancestors, what the mode of accessing God, the mode of living was inferior and inhuman. That was the day we lost our confidence. So you see a young man who will stand with a white man and snap a picture and say, and post it on social media for people to see, as if he has gone to heaven. Today, just 2 weeks ago, I saw a daily graphic where they said 60% of our youth want to leave the country. Why? We don't believe, we don't value ourselves. It's because we don't have our identity. So you see, your identity is your strength in battle. Your identity is what? Your strength in battle. This life is a battle. It's a battlefield. And it is a battlefield. It's a fierce one. But he who loses his identity has lost the battle that is in the world now. So the fifth point I want us to look at is the acquisition of skills. Yes, the acquisition of you should develop a mindset that should talk about skills. The world is a place of service. For you to gain wealth, you have to have a service. You have to offer a service. You have to become a person of value. Socrates said that if you want to find yourself, you have to look inside yourself. You have to think for yourself. That's what Socrates said, the philosopher. And it is inside you. Everybody God created on this earth, He has kept a talent on him. He has placed something that the world doesn't have. And so it is left unto you, the youth, to sit down. The world is a noisy place. If you on the TV, we discuss things from morning to 12. It is, or even 1, sometimes 2, politics. And then from there, we go to betting and football field, the sports. Then in the evening, we go to churches. You see that? The world is very busy and very noisy. If you don't draw yourself into solitude and begin to question things, begin to study, begin to find out, you will not make it. So you have to become a person of value. Create something. The marketplace is a response to those who have value and sense. So become somebody of value. This is digital era. People are making billions of money online. Remote work is enough. And even in your own community, what can you offer to help address the challenges? Abraham Lincoln said, it is not the time that you should think of what America can do for you, but what you can do for America. If you are in a community and there are crisis, issues, problem, leadership crisis, cracks, you, the youth today, I'm sending this message to you that you should not think that there's going to be a help that is coming from heaven or from the government or from the pulpit. No, it is going to come from you. So you have to create yourself and administer that. That's how you make it. Now, the fifth one I want us to also consider is we should also develop the mindset of system thinking. You know what? God is a God of systems. That's why the scientists say that the digestive system, the respiration system, that is it. So everything is run on systems. We have the banking system, the political or the governance system, the e-commerce. You see, we have systems that controls the world. And so, and if you are a youth and you are naive about how things run, then you don't have you cannot get your own platform, because you will not even know that there's a way you have to discover. There's a journey you have to embark on, and not even since you don't know all these things, you will not even know that there's a need for you to establish your own network, your own system that will work for you. So you have to put your mind into system thinking. So 2025, I charge my followers, Center for Mindset Change, to also put their mind on system thinking. Yes, we have the health system, the political system, the education system, a lot. So that's how it is. If you are going to someone's house, I think when you were coming, you see that this house is a ward. When you entered the yard, you have to, when you are coming to this hall, you have to knock again, and that's we are here. That's how it is. So in your life, you have to also establish a code of system. Many of these things we will delve into them in details in our upcoming programs. Now, the seventh one is we should develop the mindset of resilience. Yes, the battlefield, the business field is very tough. You will fail. 2025 is normal, but you should develop that mindset of standing up again, becoming tough, and becoming doing things in a new way. Failure doesn't end the whole thing. Failure doesn't end the whole thing. You have to be resilient. You have to be tough. You have to develop that mindset that as you are going to be in the market, it is in fact, the marketplace is real. It's more or less a battlefield. The competition is tough as you go forward. So those who get tough, they are always those who will be at the top. Those who get tough are those who will be at the top. Getting to the top is not easy. Creating wealth is not going to be easy. You will put your investments and it will crumble on you. But that is not the end. That mindset of resilience. Recently, the CEO of Katanka said he was advising the youth in Ghana that we should be futuristic in our dealings. And I say, yeah, it's in order. But our societal disease in our era today is short-term thinking. That's the societal most dangerous disease in our era. The youth, we are so quick and we want it quick and we want it right now. We have to be persist and endure even when we fall we get up because of the future. I think I'm getting to the end of this, and that is we should also develop the mindset of futuristic. We should get the futuristic mindset. What I mean is, you should establish as a Ghanaian, you should establish goals. So sit down with a pen and a paper and write down your 2025 resolutions, the things you want to achieve. You can, as a youth, you're supposed to even design at least 5 years plan for yourself. 5 years at least. So this 5 years is going to tell you how your footsteps are going to be. You design a blueprint and see how your life. So where you are not supposed to be, you will not be there. Where you are supposed to be doing, you'll be doing that exactly. That is what is going to put you in check. So your life should be by design, not by just chance. Live it by a design, but not by chance. I think it is Socrates again who said that in the garden of your mind, in the garden of your mind, plant only the seeds that nurture your growth. Plant only the seeds that nurture your growth. That's Socrates who said that. See, you are not going to be a jack of all trades. Everything is interesting and everything is admirable, but your talent, your potential, who God created you to be, that is what you are going to plant. You get when you get that, you tap into that energy inside you, then you make sure you plant it, you nurture it to who you want to become. So you should sit down in the large picture and say, okay, at the end of the day, when I'm in 60 years or when I'm going to be 50 years, this is who I want to become. When you mention Asamoah Gyan, what comes to your mind? Will you think of him as a politician? He's a footballer. He planned that. Arnold Schwarzenegger said that he planned his life 50 years. 50 years, he sat down and planned a 50 years plan. Dr. Miles Monroe also said that when he was even at 14 years, he planned his life, who he wanted to become. That's a futuristic mindset. So you don't just become by accident, you become by a design. And the last one I think we should look at is principles. Now, we should have that mindset of accepting that they are principles. God does his things by principles, and the universe is run by principles and by his words. And so there are principles that operate all over the world, and all systems, everything is run by principles. So if you want to become the youth who you will admire and you will not regret and have good memories in 10 years to come, then you have to be a principled person. You have to live by principle. Life is not going to live by anyhow. It's by principle that you can actually make it. You have to be honest even in the market square. You have to be honest with people. You have to be a person of integrity. You have to be your wholesomeness to reflect the nature of God in you. Your wholesomeness as a human being to reflect the nature of God in you. So that is it. I think that this is what I have for our followers, Center for Mindset Change Ghana, and any other youth in Ghana who wants to make it. My greetings once more. I pray that our plans will be fulfilled this year, and even when we fail, we should get up and fight again. So thank you, and bye-bye.